Welcome back, YouTube. So today we got some unexpected news, and that is the fact that Elon is going to go ahead and go through with his purchase for the original amount agreed upon for Twitter. And of course, this caused a huge spike in the price of Dogecoin. And I want to take a deeper dive into this because I want to make sure that we completely understand as a community just how important this is. One of the biggest things that people have issues with for Dogecoin is going to be the supply and the fact that the utility is limited, at least until now. And the biggest factor when it comes down to the price of Dogecoin and the longevity of Dogecoin does come down to utility. That's one of the reasons why you see a lot of people pushing for usage and supporting different businesses or different avenues that do go ahead and accept Dogecoin for payment. But this, as we know it, is a very huge milestone for a number of reasons with this Elon purchasing Twitter. We know that Elon is a huge advocate for Dogecoin, and it's been long discussed that what if Twitter is what if Dogecoin is the preferred payment method on Twitter, whether that be for tipping or purchasing badges, stickers, whatever. What if Dogecoin is that preferred method? So what if you wanted to use one of those services on Twitter, or whether that be for ads or whatever, and you say, and the protocol was you had to convert your dollars into Dogecoin. This would put an extreme amount of pressure on the price of Dogecoin. I've done the math in previous videos, and even if half the people on Twitter were to engage in a payment method with Dogecoin, this would put Dogecoin probably rarer than diamonds. And you look at the fact that you say that, okay, there's 135 billion coins and stuff like that. You look at the price point. I've done the math. That's less than like $2,000 per person. That of the current amount of wallets that hold Dogecoin. And if you just limit Dogecoin to the population of the United States, that limits the amount of Dogecoin per person to about 17. So I just kind of wanted to put that into perspective so that that number is not like this astronomical number out there, but 135 billion is not a lot when you're talking about using something as an actual currency. So let's get that out of the way. But when you're looking at the platform that Twitter can, the platform that Twitter can use Dogecoin as far as to integrate with and stuff like that, this makes it accessible for everyone, right? So it's not a matter of only, let's say, this particular business or this particular or McDonald's, or you have people who may not eat that kind of food, or be accessible to that particular restaurant. This makes it accessible. This makes this utility. It puts utility in the hand of everybody who has a Twitter account. So this eliminates a lot of barriers that would exist if it were just with a brick and mortar type of business here. So this is really, really huge news for the movement of for Dogecoin. And we know that how Elon is an advocate for Doge, and this is going to be really just a monumental step for the coin. And this is really just the key. This is like the key opening the door for Dogecoin's longevity and also stability and price action, because we know that we've had issues with shorts and stuff like that in the past. I've done a whole bunch of articles on Reddit, Twitter, YouTube explaining shorts, so you're free to look those up. But we know that when people purchase these coins and stuff like that, shorts typically come in, they exchanges lend the coins and they borrow to use them against us. But when you look at a massive pool of people removing their coins from the exchanges and holding them in their own wallets to use them for purchasing purposes on something like a Twitter, that lowers the supply that the exchanges have access to. So that will increase the rate that they would require to lend these coins out. So that puts a lot of pressure on people who wish to borrow these coins, quote unquote, for shorting and stuff like that. And it makes it less profitable to do so, right? So that is a very huge factor. And another thing I want to bring up is I know a lot of people are purchasing Dogecoin right now, and I don't want for the community to forget the fact that when you purchase your coins, whether you waited until this news or you're always purchasing, never forget to remove your coins from the exchanges. Even though Elon's purchasing Twitter, even though I know a lot of you are excited and mass utility and stuff like that, Do not ever forget to remove your coins from the exchanges. When we see these massive spikes up, this is the reason why, and people hold them on the exchanges saying, oh, to the moon, and we're gonna, I want to keep my finger on the Twitter, and it's easier if I just keep it in my brokerage account. This is why the coins get lent out like that, and we see 2, 3, 4, 500% spikes in shorts. We can nip this in the bud right now with everybody who's acquiring additional Dogecoin and stuff like that. Keep doing what you've been doing, which is removing your coins to the your own private wallet. Use something like a ledger. If you don't know where to get one, I have a link in the description. You can get a ledger from the company, and you don't have to worry about any funny business and stuff like that. But use whatever wallet you have comfortable with, but do not hold them on the exchanges. Even with this news, it is incredibly important that we stick to our guns as a community, because we've seen what has happened previously, and we know that if they have access, they will utilize that access. So just make sure that we are still doing the right thing by our coins. So as of right now, we pretty much got a really big, this is a very powerful candle here, up until we blew past our 21 day, our 50 day, and our 72 day. And we are at our median level of support here, right around the 6.5 range. And that's pretty much where we're settling at for now. And as we've talked about previously, when we got this rejection, the magnificent thing is every time we've well, technically when we got this rejection here, but back in August, we got a rejection at 718. But typically when we have this run here off of the last couple of cycles, we've had 2 tests where we run up and we test this resistance here. And previously that was around the 11-cent mark. I can kind of map it out now. I think it'll still be, around the 11-cent mark if this trend is to be respected. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We still have a ways to go here, and of course we'll see how volume does. We'll see how the shorts do. It's a lot of variables, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But as of right now, this is a very powerful move in the price action, and this is an even more powerful move on the macro scale when it comes down to utility. And let's take a peek here at shorts just to kind of see what they're up to for now. Yeah, of course, we see some movement here as they kind of come in, but nothing massive here. I checked on them, I think yesterday, they were around the 200-day moving average. So, of course, we do see some green here, but as of right now, nothing to be worried about. But it's very important that we keep our eye on the shorts, but we know what to do in order to make sure that they're not taking advantage of the movements and undercutting us. So we have to make sure that we're removing those coins. So stick to your guns. This is a very important day. This is a very exciting for the coin. This is exciting for the movement. This utility at this scale with this amount of people, this literally changes the trajectory of a coin. This is how people who are laughing and saying it's a joke coin and stuff like that, this is how they stop laughing when you have a coin being the preferred method payment on one of the largest social media sites on the planet. So this is very, very important for the community. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, like the video if you want to hear more from me, and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about Elon purchasing Twitter for the original amount. I know we talked about this initially when he first made the offer. So let me know what you guys think about him purchasing it for the original amount. And of course, if you don't like payment for order flow stocks, you can check out Moomoo. I have a link for them in the description section. So with that being said, I appreciate all of you. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.